Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and on this channel I bring you content on relationship, purpose, faith, and everything that surrounds young adulthood. And today I'll be sharing with you 7 questions to ask your spouse to be. I was reading 30 questions to ask, and I think of sharing 7 with you guys, or probably 10. I don't know, let's see how it goes. So this book is 30 questions to ask, the most important conversation to have with your spouse to be, written by Mam Odi Agbo. So I'll be sharing 7 with you guys. So let's dive right into the video. I'll be reading out the introduction parts because I believe you all should hear these. So she said, I have always said that the time of courtship isn't the time to get sweaty under the sheets doing what married people should be doing and what you will have enough time to do after marriage. Courtship is a time to sit down and discuss extensively. Aside discussing extensively, it is a time to get answers to your disturbing questions. I agree that no one is perfect, but I am of the belief that you should choose someone whose imperfection and its things you can't deal with. Like I always say this, everybody has their issue. You should just choose the one that you can deal with. You should not choose the issue you cannot deal with. And that is the same thing she's saying here. So we are not perfect, but you should choose the imperfection that you can deal with. So she said, in this book, we shall discuss 30 questions to ask your intended spouse. It is important to note that these aren't the only questions to ask. These questions are just chosen by me because I have counseled people and noticed that most of their issues are tied to not answering some of these questions during courtship. So I'll be sharing 7 with you. But before we go into the question you should ask, you yourself should ask yourself this important question, which is, who are you? Before getting into romantic relationship, you yourself should know who you are, not who you are in the aspect of knowing your name, knowing your likes and dislikes. No, it is far beyond that. What are your moral standards? What is important to you? What are your value systems? What can you compromise on? What can you trade for something and what can you not trade? What can you trade for love and what can you not trade? Because I believe, like, when it comes to relationship, there will be some compromises, but like Mr. Victor will say, make healthy compromise. Don't make the compromise. Imagine you want to get into a relationship and you are making the compromise of your identity as a child of God. That is not a compromise to make. So know what you can trade for love and what you cannot. I believe some issues in marriage would have been avoided if the partner, like if each person knows who they are. Imagine not knowing who you are, and after getting married you are to be dealing with humanity, you are to be a humanitarian, and the person you get married to is someone that treats people, maybe people that are below him or her. The person treats them without regards, as if they are not human beings. And what you deal with, I said what you deal with what you deal with is humanity, like being there for people that are maybe street kids. So, and your partner is someone that cannot treat humans with regards. Whenever they are below him or her, he or she doesn't treat them with regards, and you get married to such a person, the issue that will arise from that situation could have been avoided if you know who you are. Getting to know who you are is the first thing to do before getting a partner that you want to ask questions. So let's get right into the questions to ask. Unfaithfulness related questions. You should ask your partner, what is your view on being faithful? When you want to ask what is your view on being faithful, you are not to ask, okay, what is your view on being faithful? The partner will surely tell you, my view on being faithful is, okay, you must be faithful, this and that. If you ask some questions as a direct question, they will give you the answer that you want to hear, not the answer that you need to hear. But there are tactics to how to ask questions, and I think it's in this book, so I will be sharing it later. at the end of this video. So if you want to know the tactics to use, you should stay to the end of this video. So ask, how faithful, like what is your view on being faithful? Because some people do not see anything wrong with unfaithfulness. They just see it as a norm. I asked a question some days back that how normal is your normal? Some people normal are actually abnormal. Some people normal are actually abnormal. So if you don't ask some questions, hey, don't be handicapped in marriage. But seriously, there are some questions that you should ask. So what is your view on being faithful? The second one, have you ever walked out of a relationship as a result of unfaithfulness? Don't just assume that because he or she is a Christian, he or she won't think of having sex outside and won't do it joyfully. Now, I know that good men can still be tempted, but some men do not see it as a big deal at all, and that is what I'm talking about. Some people do not see, like, when a lady even think a man having sex outside is normal. Is that one normal? Like, how normal is your normal? When a lady think her husband having extramarital affair is just a normal thing for the men, like, how normal is your normal? Don't assume maybe because they are Christians, so everything will be godly. They won't see anything wrong with premarital sex. They won't see. No, ask this question. There is difference between talking and communicating. Know how to communicate. Ask these questions so that you won't be surprised. Like, you just like, I think we are Christian. Are we still brethren? So ask these questions. Reproductive related questions. What if there is delay in childbearing? No need to shout God forbid, because those that have delay, they do not sign up for delay. So if there is delay, will your partner be able to stand by you? If you read Lessons for My Waiting Years by Mama Odi, you will understand better what I'm talking about. So nobody signed up for delay in after marriage, delay in childbearing. Nobody signed up for it, but it is something that happens and we need to discuss about it. What if there is delay? And also, apart from how many children we have and all that, you should ask, what is your view on gender? Because some husbands keep on sending their wives to the labor room just because they are looking for a particular sex. Or what to give birth to is females. So the wife will be insecure that maybe my husband will go out to have a son. Like, why didn't you people have these questions? So these are the questions to ask. Finance related questions. Oh God, I love. But yeah, ask this question. Ask finance related questions. What is your view about financial obligation? Because some men are just, they don't see anything wrong with the wife being the one to cater for every single thing. Yeah, I understand the aspect of, well, maybe the wife is doing much more better, like any more than the husband, and the husband is even doing little that he can. But some people are not ready to do anything. They just want the wife, oh, you are the one earning much, so you should be the one paying all the bills. You should be the one catering for every single bill in the house. Like, ask this question. If you're okay with it, like, as a lady, if you're okay with, okay, you being the one to cater for everything, while your husband is just there, maybe making money and keeping it or spending it how he likes, that's not a problem. But have these questions, like, have this conversation. Family related questions. Ask questions about family, because in Nigeria, marriage is still seen as a community something. Oh, she's our wife. The wife of our brother is our wife, and we should treat her like a nanny or like a I don't know. I was telling someone that, you see, in my family, no matter what we want to do, when we want to do any party, any ceremony, the caterer are always on ground to cater for every single thing. Even New Year celebration, because that is one celebration that we used to have in a year. We don't do Christmas or something, but New Year, every member of the family comes together. And that New Year celebration, there is nothing like our wife will be the one to be cooking. No. We have family caterer that caters for all these things. We have family caterer that whenever we have any celebration, they are always the one in charge. So even New Year celebration, that all the family members will be together. The wives, the in-laws, everyone will be together. The wives are not to go to start putting stick together. To start putting stick together and start cooking, no. The caterer will do their job. So imagine Yeah, I understand that, okay, this is not general to every family, and like that is why we need to have this conversation, uncle. That is why we need to have this conversation. Did you see anything wrong with, okay, maybe, yeah, they want to have ceremony in your house and your wife going a month before so that she can do all the catering work, all the chef, all the like, what is your view on this? Like, seriously. But yeah, but seriously, have these questions so you will not be, hey, don't be, okay. Shall have these questions. That is why I am here helping you out now. You will not tell me you did not know. If I have never done anything for you, this one that I'm doing is what you should be grateful for. You should tell me thank you in the comment section, because it's not okay. And this cannot be, it might not be a deal breaker for you, but still have the discussion. Ritual related questions. I don't even know if spiritual related question is something that we should start arguing about, or, but I want to believe it is a question that you should have, a conversation that you should have. How important is your faith to you? Know what your partner, know if your partner, maybe if there is an issue, your partner can seek assistance outside God, outside his faith. Know all these things. Have this question. Don't assume. Like, one thing you should not do is to assume that this is what your partner will say, this is what your partner's answer will be. Ask this question. Don't assume for them. Don't imagine in your head for them. A lady was assuming that because a guy is a Christian, doing purpose and all that, so this guy, and you know, as a young Christian, this is our generation, we are raising the banner for sexual purity, raising the banner for no sex before marriage. So she assumed that because the guy is also someone that go out on social media to talk about sexual purity, so the guy actually believes or is ready to stand for sexual purity. And she was shocked, like she received the shock of her life when the partner started asking for sex before marriage. And she was like, we are Christians. Auntie, don't assume he's a Christian so he's ready to stand for sexual purity. Ask these questions. Have this conversation. So I believe that is all what I will share. There's another one here which is sexual related question, but it's not me. It's not me that will tell you people that want to ask that one. So you will not go to your church and start telling MC that is grace that tell you to ask. It's not exceptional grace. But you should not marry someone that you don't. I know you cannot know everything about your partner or your partner to be, let me say. I know you cannot know everything about them, but at least there are some things that you should have an idea of how they think, how they reason, what they think about some things. Like, just have an idea. So okay, maybe you are watching and I said I will share one of the tactics in asking questions. Maybe you are just watching movie, and in the movie the husband cheat on the wife in the movie, and you just ask, and your husband to be is just like, there's nothing wrong. Why should the wife behave this way? That is too much. Maybe the wife is after, I cannot accept this. Like anything, maybe the wife is after, I cannot accept this, or I will go to the church to report or something. And your husband to be is there saying that is too much, that is too extreme. There is nothing a man can fall. Like, just the way you reason, you will know that okay, there's no need for you to ask what is your view on faith, on being faithful, what is your view on husband cheating on their wife. You already see his way of thinking. So ask your question tactfully. So don't just ask questions, like see their reaction to things. So let me tell you one of the tactics Mama already mentioned in the book. So she said, once again, you don't just ask questions as if you work with the FBI. While I argue that you might have to be direct while asking some questions, you will have to be tactful to get the answers you want. For example, you start by just telling him about a couple you know that are having serious issues because of finance, and wait to hear his or her response. Baby, or any name you call him. Baby is not even sweet in my mouth. sweet in my mouth. But yeah, you can call him any name you are calling him and just tell him. Can you imagine that James is so angry and insisting on calling off the wedding just because Joy doesn't think she should be actively involved in financing the wedding? She thinks she should just do what she can while James takes care of the major responsibility. James is not buying that ideas of ours. He is insisting that they divide the financial responsibility 50-50. It's putting their forthcoming wedding on hold. You have indirectly and tactfully asked your partner what he will do in such a situation. You are indirectly asking him if he believes you should contribute 50% of your forthcoming wedding as well. From his response to the story of James and Joy, you have already gotten the answer you want in such a tactful way. You wouldn't see any reason to lie because you are not asking him a direct question. Got the jigs? Be tactful. So you don't just ask questions. There are some questions you don't just ask as a direct question because the answer you need, you will not get the answer you need. They will just tell you what you want to hear, what will suit your emotion. So I hope this video has been of help to you. Let me know if it has been of help to you. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts about questions to ask, and add to the question in the comment section. What are the questions you think single should ask their spouse to be? Let me know in the comment section, and I will see you in my next video. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.